The magnitude of damage that we are now seeing this morning across much of the Delaware Valley. Let me show you a look at some interesting pictures from our weather watchers. Let's start out with this one from Lynn Springer Kennel. She says cars plastered on one side from the wind. Did you find that out when you were going out to clean your car? Maybe you only, right, Jan? Yeah, you only had to clean off one side of your car because the wind was so strong. It was blowing the snow just completely horizontally, so it was only going on one side of your car. I mean, it's kind of nice to only have to clean off one side, but the wind was just a mess, right? So other pictures that came in, we had a couple of pictures of damage that came in. This one's from Wayne Hunter. We'll show you a look at a tree down where he is located. He says limb down in his yard. So a lot of people waking up to dealing with problems like this. A lot of people waking up to quite a bit of snowfall as well. Let me take you to a live look at our Bethlehem camera. You can see looking like a winter wonderland there, still dealing with some wet roads. Temperatures right now are in the 30s. There could be some slick spots up there, so keep that in mind. But Bethlehem was one of the winners when it came to snowfall amounts, raking in over around 5 inches of snow. Look at these snowfall totals. The big winner, though, that was the Poconos, where some areas in the Poconos saw about 2 feet of wet, heavy snow. We saw about 6 inches in the media area in Hamilton, right around 3.2 inches of snow. And then in Philadelphia, at Philadelphia International, report of around 1.5 inches of snow. But man, was it a mess when the wind was blowing the snow sideways. I mean, it was very hard to see. Visibility was very poor yesterday afternoon and evening. I was out in the mobile weather watcher dealing with that. It was just a mess. Storm Scan 3 is painting a completely different picture from yesterday. So things are winding down precipitation-wise. However, we still have some hazards at play that we have to deal with. The wind advisory, one of those, and that's until about noontime on Saturday. So that's going to be for all of our coastal counties in New Jersey, also into central and southern Delaware, our Delaware beaches. We could see wind gusts to around 45 miles per hour up until about the noon hour, and then it's still going to be windy thereafter, but just slightly less windy. We also have a coastal flood warning. That's in effect until 3 o'clock on Sunday for our shore points, also the Delaware beaches, areas along the Delaware Bay. So we've got a few more high tide cycles that we have to get through and deal with until this becomes less of a problem. So until then, we have that risk for moderate flooding. If your roadway typically does flood, you can kind of expect it to do that today with the situation that we're dealing with that potential for coastal flooding, unusually high water levels, and also shore waves anywhere from 8 to 15 feet. Beach erosion is also going to be occurring today as well. So in Cape May County today, gusty winds, coastal flooding likely, 46 degrees for that high temperature. Again, still dealing with problems with the system, even though it's making its way offshore. These are more the indirect effects, if you will. 35 degrees right now, and the city feels more like 22 degrees, though, when you factor in that wind out of the northwest at 30 miles per hour. It's 36 degrees right now in Wilmington, 35 in Millville. Down the shore, temperatures are checking in also in the 30s. Look at these wind speeds. These are sustained winds, okay? Not even gusts. Gusts are much higher than this right now. 20 miles per hour in Wilmington, 24 in Reading, right around 25 miles per hour in the Poconos. So with the wind and the chilly temperatures, it's going to feel cold throughout the entire day. I'm forecasting highs in the 40s, but it's going to feel like the 30s even into the afternoon. 35 degrees is what it's going to feel like around 6 o'clock this evening. So 43 by noontime, feeling like the 30s though, and feeling like the 30s this afternoon, even though we should be able to get to a high temperature around 47 degrees. Here is a look at your 7-day forecast. 47 on Sunday, breezy with sunshine. A sunny afternoon on Monday. That should be a very pleasant day, and then we're tracking more precipitation, Jan, as we head into Tuesday and Wednesday.